Well, first at 4, the man accused of killing a Savannah Chatham County teacher while trying to get away from federal immigration agents is now moving closer to trial. Oscar Vasquez Lopez pleaded not guilty today in the deadly February crash that killed Dr. Linda Davis. WSAV's Nikiah Harris joins us with what happened in court and what's next. Nikiah?
Well, Andrew Vasquez Lopez was present in court this morning and entered a not guilty plea to 1 count of homicide by vehicle in the first degree. The case now moves forward as the defense prepares for the next stage of the proceedings.
Your Honor, will waive formalities, enter a plea of not guilty, and request to move forward to a jury trial.
The crash happened February 16th on Whitfield Avenue. The Department of Homeland Security says Vasquez Lopez was trying to flee federal immigration agents when he crashed into Davis's vehicle. During a preliminary hearing earlier this year, investigators testified he was driving more than 70 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone, just seconds before the crash. DHS says Vasquez Lopez was an undocumented immigrant who had been issued an order of removal in 2024. The Davis family spoke with us back in March about the loss of Linda.
She loved her family. She loved her job. She loved her students.
She loved you.
Figure out how to go about life as she would.
Now, the defense says it has not yet received all of the discovery in the case. The judge says the next step is a trial docket call, but a trial date may not be set at that hearing. Instead, the court may get an update on the status of the case. Vasquez Lopez remains in custody. Nikiah Harris, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Nikiah, thanks so much. We may know a lot more about Alec Murdaugh's upcoming retrial on murder charges tomorrow. That's when a judge could rule on a variety of motions, including where that trial may be held. Now, the defense asking to move the case to Charleston County, saying there's no chance that he could get an impartial jury in Colleton County. Prosecutors asking to use Murdaugh's own testimony against him. They want to bring what the convicted murderer said on the stand in the first trial and let the jury hear it this time around. Now, we don't know if that would be on video or testimony with transcripts. The defense also wants more analysis of the DNA found under Maggie Murdaugh's fingernails after her killing. Now, the hearing starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. in Lexington County. WSAV will be there and have coverage live on WSAV.com, WSAV Plus, as well as a full wrap on WSAV News 3 starting at 4 p.m. And a man's facing aggravated assault charges after allegedly assaulting another man with a hatchet before trying to throw that weapon into traffic. Chatham County Police Department says they arrested 37-year-old Dominique Miller yesterday after reports of a man trying to throw a hatchet into traffic near I-16 and Ogeechee Road. At the same time, a man arrived at the hospital for care with a hatchet wound. Now, that man told officials he was attacked with that weapon at the Thunderbird Motel on Ogeechee Road. His injuries were not life-threatening. Miller was found in the 4000 block of Ogeechee Road and arrested. He's now being charged with aggravated assault. And police in Savannah asking for your help identifying a suspect in connection with another burglary in the Starland district. Take a good look at these surveillance images. The Savannah Police Department responded to a bar called Over Yonder in the 2000 block of Abercorn Street about 3:40 yesterday morning. Now, they've given us these surveillance images of the suspect in the case. We are told there was another burglary at another nearby business later that morning. If you have any information about the suspect or the burglaries, you're asked to contact police. And a Chatham County grand jury has now indicted a man on murder charges after allegedly selling fentanyl, which resulted in another man's death. Stephen Chisholm was indicted yesterday on charges including murder, involuntary manslaughter, and selling fentanyl in the death of Joey D. Elrod back in January. Chisholm accused of selling the drug to Tiara Tyler, which eventually led to Elrod's death. Well, students have been in class for 4 days at Hilton Head Island High School. Today, though, there was time to make it official, and the brand new high school is open. With dozens of town and school officials on site, the ribbon officially cut at the new Hilton Head Island High. The $80 million school offers open spaces for students and nearly double the size for classrooms and other facilities. Hilton Head Island's principal says even just the first few days, he's already noticing the difference in both attitude and learning.
I think that when we designed this building, obviously we were thinking about preparing our students for the modern world today. You know, we look at the workplace, what's needed, the skills that are needed. But not only that, we also looked at the local economy. And when we designed this building, you're going to see that in our future career and technology wing. We're trying to do things here that will support not just getting our students ready for the real world, but also helping students and the economy of Hilton Head with the labor force that they need.
Now, the high school was paid for through bond referendums approved by voters. The school already preparing for its next step, the opening of its new career and technical training area late next year. And the Beaufort County school system had something else to celebrate today, some of the best test scores for students in years. The district improved in math, English language, and science scores. In math testing alone, students now have the highest scores in district history. School officials credit the hard work inside the classroom for these improvements. On here.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it comes down to the hard work that is really taking place to analyze that data that our teachers do on a daily basis. I mean, there is data they look at every single day, and they analyze that data, they make adjustments in their instruction, and it's that critical work that takes place from.
Now, 15 elementary and middle schools rose 10 percentage points or more in at least one of those categories. We do have a full list of all the scores on our website, WSAV.com. Well, students will once again swarm the campuses of Georgia Southern University this weekend. It's the largest student population to date, set to move in tomorrow in Savannah, Statesboro, and Swainsboro. WSV's Evan Smoke joins us from our Statesboro Bureau with more on how the university is prepared for the record class. Evan?
34,000 students are set to take classes through Georgia Southern this fall, including a freshman class of 6,500. The question? Are the campuses ready? Now, Executive Vice President of Enrollment Casey Morgan tells me that the university has invested and prepared for this record-breaking class. Notable improvements include more classes, additional staff and faculty, upgrades to residence halls, new dining hall flowcharts to cut down on waits, renovations to the campus bookstore, and last but certainly not least, the addition of 435 parking spaces to the Statesboro campus. She says the key to the future is growing responsibly and to keep the focus on students.
We want sustainable and ongoing growth, but we want to make sure that we're focused on the student experience at the same time. And so it's not growth for growth's sake, but it's the impact. It's the impact to the student life, it's the impact to our economic region and to the employers and the partners that our graduates move on and go on to, and then also continued growth through educational opportunities for our students.
Now, the university's Operation Move-In is set to begin on all three campuses tomorrow, with Savannah and Statesboro both slated to begin at 8:30 in the morning. Live from the Statesboro Bureau, Evan Smoke, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Evan, thanks so much. Well, a well-known library in Savannah celebrating a very big birthday. WSAV's Isley Herschel has more on the history the building has provided for the entire community.
The Carnegie Library holds over a century of Savannah history, and now as it's celebrating its 112th birthday, that history is being honored.
During the early 1900s, the city of Savannah worked to establish 2 new libraries, but those libraries were whites only. African Americans wanted a library they could use too. The Carnegie Library became that place in August of 1914 after Andrew Carnegie helped fund the building. Libraries were ordered to desegregate in the early 1960s. After that, the Carnegie Library became an official branch of what was known as the Chatham, Effingham, and Liberty Library System. Adam Berenbach with the library says it served as a beacon of knowledge for everyone.
It still was a place where the Black community found a place to go that supported different elements of just a safe space. It's not necessarily the books or the records or the material here, but it's the space itself serving as that kind of special artifact almost of that knowledge.
The birthday party tomorrow is being held from 2 to 4 p.m. at the library. Everyone is invited to attend. In Savannah, Isley Herschel, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Well, happening tonight, the Tybee Island City Council is going to hold a public hearing about the island's short-term vacation rentals. It's a hot-button issue on the island tonight. You do have another chance to weigh in. That meeting happening at 6:30 at the Tybee Island Public Safety Building. WSAV will be there. Of course, we'll have all the details tonight on News 310 and 11.